We are talking about the movie Delirium, which is also known as Home, directed by Dennis Elidis. There's actually another 2018 movie called Delirium, also a horror movie. This is the one that stars Topher Grace, one-time Spider-Man baddie Venom. And it's a psychological horror film, and the plot centers on this guy, Topher Grace's character. And he's a man who has just been released from a mental institute, and after 20 years, after some horrific incidents, you'll learn what happens throughout the movie, and he's essentially on house arrest for the next 30 days, and he is staying in his family home, which is this massive mansion, like an indoor swimming pool, so his family obviously quite well off. You'll learn what happens to his family, obviously, throughout the course of the movie. But he is clearly disturbed and has some severe mental problems. And when he's in this house, strange things start to happen. He discovers secrets about his family that have been long since buried. And there seems to be just something weird going on. Now, it could be his imagination. We know that Topher Grace's character has got severe problems. So, and he's thinking, is this in my head? Or he's trying to convince, but we as the audience have to try and decide. Is there something in his head, or is something really going on? Is there something paranormal going on? Or is it something completely different? Is it someone messing with him? All will be revealed when you obviously watch the movie. I'm not going to kind of go into spoilers here. But suffice to say, it's a guessing game. And when you watch this film, you as an audience member don't know what is real and don't know what is imaginary and simply what is in his head. And the movie kind of plays with you like this as it kind of goes through the film, which some people may find frustrating. I actually found it to be quite a fun viewing experience, because you never really know what it is that you're seeing is genuine and stuff, and there are things that are, you know, could be either. So I'm gonna not spoil it for you, but just say that just expect that. Suffice to say, this does have a genuine element of creepiness to it, because you don't really know what to expect. So, you know, avoid kind of reading spoilers and stuff with this film. It is a fairly small scale film. I think Topher Grace is pretty good here. He does seem a little bit one note, I will say, and I feel like he's kind of playing very similar characters that he's played before, but he was good in this movie. You know, he strikes up with this romance with this, you know, this girl from the local shop and things like that. And there are certain characters whose motivations I was a little bit confused by. His probation officer, for one. It was just kind of like, that seems very unlikely, but you know, whatever. We'll kind of go with it. Yeah. So some characters, when they're introduced, some of the sub characters, you know, they just the way they act seems that wouldn't be realistic, shall we say? Now, the argument could be made that not everything that we see on screen is really happening. But some things we have to accept that probably do happen. Oh, this is a hard one to review. And that being said, I didn't think some of the way the characters are written, I found were a little bit illogical. But I've got to say, I think this does a good job of really playing with your expectations, and it really is a legitimate psychological horror that will keep you guessing and kind of like reveal things throughout the movie. So if you're going to watch this movie, you will feel a little lost. But it will explain stuff, and I feel it does a good job of it. At the end of this film, most of the things you'll kind of get the gist of ultimately, so you won't be feeling kind of like lost at the end of the film for the most part. There are a few things that you think, I still don't know whether that was real or not, but anyway, for the most part I feel you can enjoy it. I actually thought it was a fairly effective horror movie. I thought the performances were all pretty good. Like I said, Topher Grace maybe a little one note. He tends to play the same kind of style of character in a lot of his roles, but I thought he did a good job nonetheless. I thought the effects were pretty good. There are some kind of quite creepy effects here, and some kind of quite fun jump scares, and the house looks great. Some familiar faces will kind of pop up in smaller roles. It's worth a watch, I would say. You know, it's not exactly a haunted house film per se, but it kind of has that sort of feel to it, so to speak, with kind of giving stuff away, but it's definitely of that genre, I would say. So yeah, I would say it's worth a watch. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.